We're going to your phone calls on a wide range of issues in about 7 minutes. Next hour in studio, Joe Rogan, host of Ultimate Fighting, Comedy Central, you name it, giving us his view on the world today. Professor of Economics, Boston University, Laurence Kotlikoff is our guest. Okay, we got about 7 minutes left, sir.
You were asking about whether the current solution being proposed by the administration is the right way to go. No, I think it's just spending a lot of money and maintaining the current structure. I think it's putting us at grave risk. We could have literally a run on the bank tomorrow and have to print trillions of dollars to cover all the liabilities, and then there would be high inflation that would most likely break out, and then people who didn't run would find that they got their money back, but that it was worth nothing in terms of what they could buy with it. So there's this myth out there that we actually have purchasing power deposit insurance. We just have money deposit insurance, and it's not really going to protect us from the hyperinflation that might result from a run on the bank. So we're in very great risk. We have to get to a safe financial structure. We can't go back to 1930. We need to have these new products, derivatives. They're not the problem. The problem is that it's not that coming up with a new form of pain relief is a problem. A new pill like a Tylenol, when that was developed, that wasn't the problem. The problem with is that when you have somebody putting cyanide in a Tylenol bottle and marketing it as Tylenol, that's when you have a problem. And that happened in the 70s. Exactly that happened. And Johnson & Johnson spent like $100 million taking all the Tylenol and repackaging it in safety sealed containers. We need to have a bulletproof system where the government says if you're going to buy this security, you can check exactly what it is, so you know what you're buying. We need to make sure that the banks are just playing middlemen and they're not trying to play poker with our chips. And we need to just transform the entire financial corporate system, including the insurance companies, into pass-through mutual fund companies and run all the business through mutual funds. And so, for an example, if you think about CDS, derivative security, that's really just an insurance policy against a particular bond going defaulting. So you can have an insurance company set up a mutual fund where people invest money, and they, in effect, take a position when they put their money down on whether or not IBM would default on its debt over the course of the year. The money is all put into a pot at the beginning of the year. It's invested in Treasury bills, one-year Treasury bills, and then a year later, you see whether or not IBM defaulted on its debt. If it did, the ones who bet that way get the pot less the fee. If it doesn't, the ones who bet the other way get the pot less the fee. So this kind of betting on whether a company defaults or whether the mortality rate of the economy exceeds some number or whether you have the gross domestic product grow by 5% or 2%. All these kinds of bets that people should be allowed to make with each other for good economic reasons can arise safely in this system that I'm talking about, limited purpose banking. And if you think about it, that kind of an insurance arrangement is really a pari-mutuel betting arrangement, which we see at the racetrack every day of the year. So,
but that's not a completely rigged system, so the big central banks and the mega brokerage firms aren't going to want it. As you said, that's not the plan they're going with. You brought up the dollar. The G20 is openly discussing how to move away from the dollar. The dollar's dropping. They just tried to...
We need to adopt what I'm proposing. Everybody needs to look at this idea, which is limited purpose banking. The book will be out in March, but in the short run, there are columns I've written in the New Republic, Bloomberg, Forbes, the FT, all on my website. People can read these pieces that have been written in the Dallas Morning News, the Boston Globe. So this idea about how to fix the financial system is very simple, and other economists are independently coming up with the same idea. So it is a real solution. It's the only comprehensive solution that anyone's really advanced in the public forum here. And I think once the public gets behind it, it may conflict with Wall Street's interests, but in the short run, but I think over time they'll be in better shape if they go along with this, because the alternative may be that they're going to be babysat in ways they don't like. And but paying people hundreds of millions of dollars for running companies into the ground, that wouldn't happen under what I'm proposing. People would, the bankers would run the mutual funds, and if they did poorly, they get paid. They wouldn't be able to charge very high fees. If they did well, they'd be able to, over time, to charge higher fees.
So an actual free market, but that's not a rigged casino, so they don't want that. So it doesn't look like we're going to get that, but after another crash, maybe we'll get something like your solution. On the current course, in closing, and give us your website, and then in the current course, where do you see us going? Where do you see us going on the current course?
On the current course, I see this is very dicey. What we're doing here, we have the government has issued about $24 trillion worth of commitments to pay off things in certain under certain circumstances. So, and I could we don't have time for me to list them all, but that number actually comes from the government itself. So, if there's a major event that people get panicked again, we could see runs on the banks, runs on the insurance companies. There's cash surrender values to the tune of about $3 trillion out there that people can run and try and get their cash in their insurance policies because they think the insurance company is going to go under. You could have this is what exactly what the Treasury and the Fed were so concerned about. Paulson and Bernanke, when they were really pulling out their remaining hairs about what could happen. We have to get our system out of that position where we can have systemic, colossal financial failure. We're still there. We're in worse shape, actually, than we were a year ago in terms of that risk. We've got to move away from that, and limited purpose banking is the way to do it.
All right. Professor Larry Kotlikoff, thank you for joining us. What's the best one-stop shop website to find out about your economic perspective?
Mine would be my website. It's people.bu.edu/Kotlikoff.
Or just Google Larry Kotlikoff. People can find a lot of your work.
Right.
And I look forward to reading the book when it comes out. Thanks for spending time with us.
Hey, my pleasure. Take care.
You bet. Okay, wanted to give you some economic perspective from a mainstream individual, and said we could have total financial meltdown any time. The same people that set up the system are running it currently. They're not going with his alternate plan or Ron Paul's alternate plan because it limits their power. I'm going to go to your phone calls, and we're coming back with Joe Rogan here in a minute. He's about to arrive any time. Just text me. But before I do that, I want to thank a few of the sponsors we haven't thanked yet today who've made today's show possible. One of them is MySolarBackup.com, a great solar unit. The power source, 1,800-watt, 800-watt generator, a high-efficiency solar panel designed to provide endless electricity. That's the perfect emergency backup for troubled times. The government doesn't own the sun yet, folks, so make your move today at MySolarBackup.com. That's MySolarBackup.com. You're not going to get off the grid overnight, but this is a great little unit that can run quite a few things in your house, and we've been pitching these for over a year, and our listeners give us great reviews and just love them. Very inexpensive for what you get. Find out more at MySolarBackup.com as you start moving away from the grid, or give them a call at Solutions from Science, 877-327-0365, 877-327-0365. Also, I want to thank New Silver Solution, one of our great sponsors. People all over the world are discovering the benefits of supernatural silver. This powerful nanotechnology is a natural antibiotic and preventative against infections, germs, and disease. They have all these big studies, mainline studies up on their site, supernaturalsilver.com. Silver is one of the oldest natural antibiotics and is non-toxic. Visit their link at Infowars.com and see the studies for yourself. You cannot afford to miss this opportunity. It is an essential for all your emergencies and preparedness needs and is a great way to protect you and your families. You cannot put a price tag on your family's health. Go to supernaturalsilver.com today to learn more. That's one word, supernaturalsilver.com, for all their amazing products. And finally, Diginet.net personal video systems. You got to fight Big Brother with Big Brother. They have great little pens that you press one button, record audio and video for hours with a timestamp. They have tiny cameras hidden in sunglasses with a little digital chip in them. Records tons of great video just for undercover work, protecting yourself. Police pull you over. There are thousands of uses for this. Everyone needs them. We use them on the road. We use them at Bilderberg. Absolutely essential. Diginet.net. Get 10% off the Diginet pen for Alex Jones listeners only off their website. Type in bonus code ETF09 in the promo box, or just call and mention in the Fed 09 at Diginet.net. Their number is 888-344-6681. 10% off for Alex Jones listeners, 888-344-6681, Diginet.net, the great folks there.